In this module, we're going to talk about how to configure Retrospect to back up SQL and Exchange. The first step in the process is to go to Configure and then Preferences, and then go to Security. And under Security, you need to tell Retrospect to run as a specified user using an appropriate user account. We call this a backup user account, or a Retrospect backup user account. That account needs to be a member of domain users, domain admins, administrators, and backup operators. Once you've configured Retrospect to use that appropriate account, then Retrospect will have the ability to connect to your Exchange server and copy appropriate data. Let's go ahead and click OK, and we're going to go to Configure and go to Volumes. Under Configure Volumes, we can see that we have a couple of different databases that are not currently licensed. The first step in this process in reality is that you have to enter in a license code inside your license manager that will give you access to SQL and Exchange. Once you've entered that code, Retrospect is going to report that you have one database available and 0 in use. In order to use that actual license, you go here to Configure Volumes, you click on the license, and then Retrospect will ask you if you want to use that database license. You click OK, Retrospect will connect to SQL, and then display for you all the actual databases on that server. We can do the same thing for Exchange. So if we scroll down and we click on the Exchange database, it'll ask us if we want to license that Exchange database and use the available license that appears inside the License Manager. And we're going to say yes. Retrospect will display a couple of different storage groups that appear on this particular server. We can also go into the mailboxes by clicking on the mailbox button and displaying the individual mailboxes that exist on the server. In this case, we're looking at the public folders. And after we add the public folders, we can add other mailboxes on the server. Exchange mailboxes. And we'll go ahead and open that. And we'll select those Exchange mailboxes and click Define. They will now appear in the source list as mailboxes that can be backed up. When Retrospect performs a backup of mailboxes, it has the ability to back up individual messages, individual calendar items, and individual folders within that mailbox. So you have the ability to restore an individual message or an individual item from the calendar. Retrospect actually uses matching and is able to copy just the newer changed messages. When Retrospect does a backup of Exchange and SQL, it uses Microsoft APIs in order to back up those databases. And you have appropriate options like full backup, differential backup, and log-based backups, the same way you would with other backup software when backing up Exchange or SQL.